let's just look at what is really emerging at this point. These are big takeaways. What, according to you, really stands out? Because even as Trump said what he did, one thing he really did speak about is America needing to sort out its differences. That stands out because even when the Pennsylvania shooting happened, a lot was said about how Trump did his politics. And even right now, his clear messaging, America needs to sort out its differences. How do you read that? Ms. Purnima?
Oh, hi. Thank you so much for having me. Namaste, Jai Hind. I'm glad you actually brought out this question. I think there's a lot of things that we have to go back and assess right here. I'll tell you a couple things about what just happened and where it happened. It happened in the hotel, and in this particular hotel is quite familiar and central location. And I've stayed in this hotel a couple of times as well. There's obviously for any hotel there's a public entrance for this kind of events. There's a private entrance as well, and then in this, because President Trump is attending, there were Secret Service detail in plain clothing as well. So what we saw unfolding over here is very similar to what we saw in Butler. In Butler case, there was a rally, and a 20-year-old literally went closer to President Trump, and I've attended several of President Trump's rally where you can't, and you it's impossible to literally go towards or close to President Trump. You cannot enter without registering, so information will be collected before. There is multiple checkpoints, multiple screening points, and then also perimeter is closed, and helicopters will be screening and literally scouting the area before his kafila actually comes. President Trump's kafila comes, and some of those if let's say there is a rally that starts at 6 p.m. in the night, if you don't go stand in the line at 9 o'clock in the morning, if there's a high possibility you can't even get in. That is something that I've seen before the election. But what has happened over here, and I'll have to tell you, in Butler, the shooter Thomas Crook was a 20-year-old. He was shot dead right at that point of time. There's no trial, there's no questionnaire, there's no information given to the public as to what was his motive, why did he shoot, who this person was, and what his social media was. Completely blacked out today. As of today now, we have no information about this particular shooter. This person from California says nothing. We don't know his ideology, we don't know who he is, we don't know what his social media is, we don't know where he is from. And he coming towards closer to the hotel. I don't doubt that it was secured. And how did he actually come towards so close? And I'll have to tell you something which is very strange to me today. As soon as President Trump took the mic for a press conference, the first thing he spoke about was security, how wonderfully swiftly they worked. But the next thing is something that is very concerning to me. Why did he speak about the ballroom? What was the connection to the ballroom? When you are talking about security in this particular hotel, there was an event happening in a public hotel, and obviously there's a lesser security. We understand that, but why would you then bring out a incident for ballroom? And that's why you need more security in
Purnima?
ballroom, and ballroom is a 400
Purnima,
million dollar. Yes.
is this something to do with the fact that there were a lot of reports that came up in the beginning that this happened within the security breach, within the high security zone, an area that was absolutely sealed? Is that why he brought up the ballroom? Why I'm asking you this question is because what eventually emerged with what Donald Trump saying was it was quite far from him. What we also know is this was near the magnetometer, after the magnetometer. Does this mean this was this sealed off area? Why I'm asking this question is because the fact that this man had multiple weapons on him, we don't know how many. That's what at least has come out in the press at this point, that there were multiple weapons on him. Number two, this was the Washington correspondence dinner. Nothing less than that. Everything was supposed to be live. Anything that would happen, it was a high security zone. For something like this to happen right at the heart of it, even though Donald Trump says that, you know, they were very far from me. But the fact is that they couldn't have been very far from him.
See, there, so which is what is very interesting to me. He brought up the ballroom issue. The ballroom has been a conversational issue for quite some time when people, normal people, are unable to afford gas, groceries, insurance cost, and your also rental cost, energy cost in this country. Today, the place that I'm in Wisconsin, our gas price was $2 some cents in 1 month ago before the Iran war. Today, we're paying almost $4.50 over here just for the regular gas I'm talking about, not the premium or the high premium gas I'm talking about. So unfortunately, there are a lot of frustration in this country. That President Trump said there's not going to be, he's a no war president, and that's not fulfilling. He said he's going to bring down the cost. That's not the case at this point of time. Constantly we're finding lies, and when people are not able to afford what is going on in this country, you're talking about ballroom, and then also under the ballroom there is a bunker that is being constructed. They did not speak about it, and no public didn't know about it. If you are actually changing the people's house, then you should be actually talking about it to the public. The public doesn't know about it. Okay, we are not saying that there shouldn't be security in White House or ballroom, but why hiding that fact from the public? So
Okay.
President Trump bringing that ballroom is quite concerning to me. When people are not
Right.
able to afford their gas, groceries, and health insurance costs, and also our energy costs constantly increasing, rental cost, this is not working out well for the normal people. The people sitting there in that White House correspondent dinner was millionaires and a very, very important persons, VVIP, sitting there with, say, high secured in public people over there. But unfortunately, the question comes back to, what is it for the people? People are hurting. I am standing in hoods in the area. Nobody wants to come, and politicians don't come over here. They don't care for the people. But we have to ask this question, because he's a billionaire. For the last 1 year, when people are not able to afford, he actually made almost $4 billion just in 1 year span. And this is something that is breaking to the eye.
You know, Purnima, you mentioned about the Pennsylvania incident, and what, that was 2 years ago, 2019. Just about 2 years ago is when that incident happened. It sent shockwaves, but that was the time when there were elections happening. This is Donald Trump in what he is, the best of what he is, of what he can be for himself. People may want to
Mhm.
see him as however he is. That's a very different thing about which spectrum they come from. But this is Trump unleashed. This is Trump unfiltered. Now, when he says America needs to sort out its differences, and I'm coming back to this point because I do think somewhere this is where the big messaging was. When Donald Trump says, and he brings in the Democrats, he brings in the Republicans, and he brings in the normal Americans, and he says America needs to sort out its differences peacefully. What is he really talking about?
And this is something that is very, very interesting to me. I remember sitting in live when the first Butler shooting happened, and literally communicating to the entire people that this is life is in danger. But after all these months today, we have no information given to us, and that's the concerning to me, to the public. And then also on top of it, why securing his social media? Why not giving any information in terms of his ideology or his motive also? In this particular case, when you see, this is exactly that has happened right before election too, and this is happening when people are actually, his ratings are going down, the war is not going well, very well. People are frustrated in the country, are not able to afford the cost of living in this case. And on top of it, we don't have a proper healthcare. And if you ask the Republican Party, they keep saying that, oh, we have Trump RX he's reducing the cost of the drugs. That's not the point, because it's
Hmm.
almost the pharma company is reducing some kind of discount. They're giving some kind of discount, and he already had good RX. So you've combined all those things, and he hasn't given anything special. So people are not able to understand that. So unfortunately, I think that there's so much, such a complicated issue, and it's also political issue. We don't know who this person is. We don't know whether he
Right.
has any connection in an international nexus or any particular country, or what is his ideology, who he is actually. And if you remember, just before the dinner, there's a video getting viral from Caroline Levitt. She mentioned very specifically that there's a shots going to be fired today. It's going to be fun. We're going to be watching and all kinds of stuff. I am paraphrasing, but the point is, why did she say that? Why did
That's
she
not
use
exactly what
that
she
language?
said. We'll have to see in
Hmm.
context of what really she said as well.
Hmm.
Purnima, you mentioned Pennsylvania. Now, here's the big contrast between Pennsylvania and what happened today.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania was an election rally. It was out in the open.
Hmm.
It was not a security cover the way it was meant to be today.
Hmm.
Today was as high profile as it could get. The entire cabinet was present. The president, the first lady, the vice president, the entire cabinet was present. That just being one part of it. The who's who of America was present. The millionaires were present. The people well known. The press was present. Two very, very, very different venues. Now, somebody coming in and firing in an open election, the access can still happen. The fact that how was the security cover of Donald Trump at that time is the big question. Uh, in this case, how can an access happen? And now what's emerging is the shooter had multiple weapons on him. That's at least what the administration has gone on to say. That's what Donald Trump has gone on to say. How can a man who had multiple weapons on him really cross the magnetometer? That's shocking to have happened.
And exactly, and I agree with you. I don't know when President Trump comes in, the place, the ballroom that the dinner was happening. I've attended event in this exact place. The point I'm trying to say is that when President Trump joins, the entire perimeter is going to be secured. So it doesn't make any sense to me, and this is why I'm saying I've attended several of his rallies in the past. It makes absolutely zero sense for me to understand that a 20-year-old like Thomas Crooks have gone so close to him with a weapon, and then also shot somebody, and absolutely until now there's no conversation around it, who the person that was shot. Have you heard about it so far? And then did President Trump actually speak about it? No. So I think there is a lot going on, and there's a lot of conversation that is going to happen. And I think the Butler shooting is going to get another spotlight at this point of time. There's so many similarities that is in this particular case I can see. But also I want to bring your attention to something. Yes, you are right that this is not the same kind of event, but also President Trump saying that this is a less secure area and this is why we want more security in ballroom. That made absolutely zero sense to me. So to me, I'm trying to understand exactly why did he relate. And in fact, it is not just President Trump. Meghan Kelly, I believe she actually went there and she talked about the ballroom exactly an hour ago. So I'm trying to understand what is actually going on over here. Is there something else that we're not able to
Okay.
pinpoint? Or there must be there will be certainly a lot more discussion around it. More
Right.
information out about it. So we will see. We'll stay connected and we'll discuss about it.
Absolutely, Purnima. Aparna, it's over to you. And of course, Donald Trump very clearly saying it, not mincing his words. It's those who make the biggest impact that are targeted. He says he studied assassinations very closely, and only those are targeted who make the biggest of impact. Donald Trump saying it as he wants to. Aparna, back to you.